Lexi, over to you.
Hi everybody, thank you very much for joining my session by Oracle Hello Dremio. I would like to briefly talk about our journey of modernizing a data warehouse built using Oracle technologies into a modern lakehouse managed by Dremio and utilizing Apache Iceberg open table format for storing data. In my story, I will talk more about the business value and emotions that about specific technical details. If the technical details are of interest to you, we can discuss them during a Q&A session. I will begin my presentation with a few words about myself and my colleagues. Then we will move to the problem itself, maybe a bit usual problem, and I will try to talk about this very quickly. Then we will discuss. Then I will tell how we solved this problem, about the future development, and finally Q&A. And I hope that esteemed audience will have questions and topics for a discussion. We are a small expert team specializing in modernizing legacy systems that using relational databases. Our main specializations are systems built using Oracle technologies. Our motto is real-time analytics for everyone. We will try to make real-time analytics accessible to organizations of any scale, stripping away the technical barriers and budget-breaking costs that traditionally gatekeep these capabilities. We not hide our results. We will try to contribute to open source software. And of course, this contribution is mostly about Oracle technologies and how to work efficiently with Oracle, reduce Oracle TCO. But in the past 2 years, we more and more contribute to Apache Iceberg related utilities, and I hope we will contribute more on this topic. Problems with the legacy warehouse are very known. This is legacy. We are living in a changing environment. Everything for a business and for us, of course, is changing every day. But legacy system which builds using technologies like Oracle database, they are very static. It's not easy to adapt this data warehouses to a changing business environments. And specifically for Oracle Business Solution, total cost of ownership is also very important. Because as your business grows, Oracle fees can climb dramatically, taking the budget away from the topics which drive real innovation for a business. It's price for instance, price of one Oracle CPU core license is $40,500. And you need to add also 22% of support price for Oracle. But that's not all. If business grows and you need new server for this, because for Oracle, for a monolithic system which combine in one server storage and compute, only vertical scaling, you need to buy new hardware. And the problem is upgrading the problem, and procurement problem is a problem too. As I tell before, adaptation to changes, it's not easy because hard-coded schemas. These hard-coded schemas on technical layer prevent you from many things, makes cost of upgrades and maintenance too high. Also, these systems are not tailored for machine learning and artificial intelligence. For example, this week on LinkedIn was a very interesting discussion about column count in a relational database. Most ML tasks require tables with hundreds or even 1,000 or more than 1,000 of a column. Oracle database in reality physically has a limitation from all times, and this limitation is you really on a physical data block have only 255 columns in a row, and to construct a table you need to pay input-output price to bind the pieces together. More equipment is required, more price, indirect and higher cost of this. Also, in a modern era, there are unstructured data challenges. And Oracle is a cool database, which is relational, and from the beginning of Oracle is key value too. But specifically for storing JSON, yes, Oracle promotes now storing a JSON and vector data types for AI, but again, price is very high for using non-object block storage for storing unstructured data. And there are many concerns, but if you need more information, ping me and we will discuss about that. Yeah? And I'm going to our topic. One day, a customer of ours who had experienced all these problems to the full extent asked us to modernize his data warehouse to be adaptive to changes, to reduce the number of Oracle license used, to preserve data schema of the source systems. It's maybe strange, but if customer has a team who has a knowledge of these schemas, and it's normal. And also customer likes, if possible, to ensure that data lag from the source system does not exceed 1 minute. We try to convince the customers that the later requirement for a near real time with a 1 minute delay will be very difficult to implement, and better to split future analytics system to two parts. One part which will process data in motion, and the second part which will build analytics with 1 hour lag from a source system. But customer is always customer, and his argument was that consultants and supplier has one opinion, but from a customer opinion, minimizing number of systems is very important, and customer tell us that he does not like to switch from one system to many additional systems. So we choose Kafka Connect based technology stack to implement data pipeline, decided to use PostgreSQL as a destination, as a platform for upcoming data warehouse, and very quickly finished proof of concept. But here our belief to Latin ancient Rome proverb, bis dat qui citadat, give twice who gives quickly, played a cruel joke on us, because yes, with this type of modernization, we just achieve only one target. We reduce load on a source systems. We are able to reduce number of Oracle licenses. but not we move data, but we did not change architecture. Everything was allocated together. We did not perform a decoupling between compute and storage. And PostgreSQL is a good solution, but universal solution and more tailored for a transactional load than for data analysis. And also very bad was same queries run faster with Oracle on the same equipment. And also due to different multi-version control, concurrency control on internally, PostgreSQL requires additional maintenance to operate efficiently. It was also a problem because additional maintenance means additional indirect costs. So, customer not accept this proof of concept, and we decided to move to Apache Iceberg, because Apache Iceberg, it was especially in year 2024 a rising star in a world of analytics. Apache Iceberg, it's a true supports a true decoupling of storage and compute. That means we can scale very efficiently. Apache Iceberg usually based on columnar formats like Apache Parquet. Apache Iceberg supports not just adding data, but also supports updates which are in reality delete and then insert and delete by itself. The most main problem here was interaction with the customer team, because customer IT team need to change their mind, because they need to understand that now this is not like a database, and absolutely different management. Files are always immutable, and management of object file system like S3 is not like management of a block devices. Also, data catalog needs to be implemented. So we also quickly, but with some troubles, prepare everything for a customer. But maintenance. Main problem, first problem was a maintenance. Like PostgreSQL vacuum, maintenance required for Apache table to merge many small files which are result of working change data capture processes. This maintenance, even on level of Apache Iceberg API, requires Spark cluster. Because curiously, I don't know why, most of the maintenance called in API Spark actions and require Spark. We will try to minimize the number of software tool used, and Apache Spark was not accepted by customers. Also, using plain vanilla files and open source data catalogs like Nessie don't provide access control, which is required by customers. And this was a problem. And another problem was not all data are good for Apache Iceberg, because it's a typical problem with the small files in Apache Parquet. Some data, like small tables in our systems, better not to deliver this data to Iceberg, better to use again PostgreSQL, and better to use compute, which will provide federation facilities. So if on the first step we solve one problem, one sub-problem called TCO, reducing total cost of ownership and reducing number of Oracle licenses. With plain Apache Iceberg, in addition, we also reduce performance problems, but not all of maintenance problem and data access problem. So we was not happy, but during surfing the web in the year 2024, we had found our Eureka, and we found a Dremio, because probably because we dreamed about it, because out of the box we find automated maintenance, which perform in addition to vacuum, which merges data file after CDC process, which creates equational and positional deletes files, file font inserts. Dremio also performs optimization of a metadata. Metadata grows also problem with the working CDC, because we have our CDC works every 5 minutes, and it's a really problem. But with a Dremio and maintenance out of the box, it was possible to solve this. Dremio and embedded data catalog also help us in solving problem with the access control, because there's a tool for creating access control. Very important was a feature, data federation features, because with Dremio as a compute engine, our Apache Iceberg, it was easy to join tables from Apache Iceberg with the tables on a Postgres. It was a fantastic. And strategy of Dremio is also very cool, because we see very good direction, especially direction to have more and more AI features. And emotionally, we were not alone with the help only in our shoulders, because Dremio support act was perfect, because they not just formally process our incidents and okay, our issue is registered. They really try to solve problem, because it's what you really need when you really implement, when customer want it, when you need to be on time. Yeah. And result, we have a happy customer, which converts our proof of concept with the Dremio to a production system. Customer reduce TCO, customer reduce time of query execution, and has a better operational analytics. And also easy to dive into historical data, because now the Dremio managed Lakehouse contains data about 15 years history of customer operation, and this Lakehouse is ready to implement AI features. And last but not the least, no vendor lock, because Dremio is built using open standards. Enterprise Catalog, Iceberg are open standards, and unlike Oracle proprietary technologies, everything is open. No vendor lock. It's also important for business. And we are thinking about future, and for us, main focus is on the solution industrialization and conversion from a client-specific project into a universal solution for a converting legacy Oracle-based data warehouse into solutions based on a Dremio and Apache Iceberg. We also plan to contribute to Spark-free utilities for Apache Iceberg tables maintenance, because they are a set of small operations which possible to do only in Dremio UI or again with a Spark. So we will build this in process of building these small utilities. We also plan to improve our Oracle RDBMS to Apache Iceberg pipeline and include OpenLineage support to this pipeline. We're thinking and will do better integration with the Dremio Enterprise Catalog, especially for ideas how to not just replicate and synchronize data from a source system to Apache Iceberg, but we have some ideas how to utilize features of a Dremio Enterprise Catalog and the Dremio access control to replicate access control rules from the source system to a Dremio Lakehouse. And AI is coming to Dremio, and we plan to utilize more and more of these features. I hope you can hear something interesting. Thank you very much. Thanks.